Hello to my subscribers, my future subscribers, and my Facebook fans. Welcome to my channel. This is Amorica. I was approached to do an honest review on this polygel system. It's called Gershion. So let us begin. If you notice the packaging, it's pretty big, and the cover screams artist, and I love that. It comes with a card that is 4x7. It is numerically and pictorially instructions, so it's easy to follow. And then, of course, I got a little thank you card, which is really nice. You are very welcome. Upon opening it, and seeing, like I said, the cards, I noticed the tubes, and the tubes are 30 mLs. Compared to other standard sample kits, you're getting 15. So you're getting double here, which I think is great. You get your standard base coat, you get your top coat, you get your 100-180 file, and of course you get your little Ziploc package of dual forms or poppets or molds, whatever you would like to call them. And of course, you know me, I like to make things a little easier, so I'm not fumbling for nail tips. I went ahead and I put my dual forms in this little tiny spare container I had, and I numbered them. And then, of course, it comes with a picker and a brush, which is in this nice little protective case, which I like that. Keeps it nice. All right, so what I'm going to do is tell you a little bit about my workspace, because we're going to do a demo. So of course I've got my Melody Susie. Can't do without that. Also too, I've got my cuticle nippers. I'm sorry, my acrylic cuticle nippers, not cuticle nippers for the soft tissue. I've got my molds in the back that I'm going to use, and in this dish I've got my isopropyl alcohol, which is 50%, which is great. You don't need anything more than that with this system, I found. Of course, I've got my file, my four-sided that everyone knows I like to work with, and then my buffer. Of course, I've got my little tiny towel here to catch anything. And if you notice, I don't have my wipe it, because in having played with this a little earlier, there was almost like no waste. And of course, I've also learned a little bit more about product control. Now, I will say this. What I like about the tubes is this one here. Which one is this one here? Let's see. Which color is this one? This one is the natural pink. I'm gonna get that. There you go. Let's take a look at that real quick. It's firm. It's nice and firm. It's not extremely soft, and I don't know if you can tell, but can you see? Let's see. Maybe I have to see if that'll let me do it that way. I was trying to. There you go. I don't know if you can tell, but it is a little grainy compared to what I've seen in other polygels. And it's a little easier to work with, and I like that. Otherwise, they come sealed. If you're wondering, well, why is her camera in her hand? I bought a new station. My new station. And the edges are curved on my station, so none of my cameras or my lights have anything to anchor on. So I've got to buy a whole new system to have the ability to do that. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to. But there you go. See, there it is. It's sealed. But I just wanted to share a little bit of that. So if you see me moving around a little much, that's why. All right. So what we're going to do now is we are going to make sure, now that we're set up, we're going to get ready to apply. All right, let me see if I can get this where I need it. Before me, I have my setup, and what I've done was I've taken out the mold that I'm going to use. I've got my ceramic dish with my isopropyl alcohol and 50%. That's all you need for this one. I've got out my base coat. I've got out my cuticle pushers, and I've got out my picker and my brush, as you see. And, of course, the color that I'm going to use. And I'm going to use for my model a cover pink. Now, I wanted to share with you something really quick. The base coat in this particular kit and brand of polygel, you do not need to cure. And this You have to do one at a time. You can't do all 5 fingers and then do 1 or 2 nails and then cure, because it will cure this base coat and then it won't stick when you go to do the next nail. So you have to do this one at a time. And also, you don't have to cure this base coat, which I like. It's a step we don't need. And you don't need primers or anything else of that nature. So what I'm going to do now is my model's going to come in, and what we're going to do is we're going to do her middle finger. And what you want to do is make sure that it reaches from sidewall to sidewall on her nail, and also leaves a little space in between for the product, because if it didn't, it would stick and it would just flood out and you would have a very weak nail. When we have it upside down, that concave a well is your apex. That's what you're creating. So like I said, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and start using or use the base coat, and we're only doing 1 coat at a time because we do not want to cure the nails with this product on there, like I said before, because it will not stick. So we've got that 1 nail done. So now what I'm going to do is, with my Cover Pink, we broke the seal. And we're going to go ahead and apply it. And dab a little bit my cuticle pusher. And I'm going to use about half, for her nails, they're a bigger bed. So I'm going to use about like 3/4 of a nail. You know, I may need a little bit more than that. We'll see once I lay it onto the mold. Alrighty, take my mold, turn it towards me. Put it right where I want it to go, and then I'm going to gently press and then pull towards me, making sure to get all the edges. There you go. And now I'm going to get my brush. I'm going to dab in it ever so slightly, just so that it doesn't stick. And we're going to just pat it into place. Remember, you don't want to pat too much in the center because we want to keep that depth. There you go. All right, now we're going to apply it to the nail. There you go. Press ever so gently. And now we're going to stick it in the light for 60 seconds. All right, so we've put her in for 60 seconds and she's just come out from under the light. Now we're going to go ahead and pop it off. And you can hear the crackling. And there you go. Nice, plain, simple, easy, very quick. Beautiful. It came out beautiful. And you can see I have a little residuals here on the side. And that happens sometimes. And that's perfectly fine. But there's no stickiness, no tackiness. It feels great. So what we're going to do now is we're going to shape it, because you really don't need to do anything to surface. And when I laid it, I made sure that it was thin all around the edges. So that way you're not going to have any thick buildup. However, it did seep a little bit. So what I'll do is I'll loosen a little bit with my own natural nail. And it's coming off real easy because it was really thin. There you go. I mean, and you can do that. Of course, I would use the file if I really needed to do a lot of work, the 100-180 that it comes with. But you know me, I like my 4-sided because it has everything I need all in one. I won't really need the course because, like I said, I am just pretty much just going to shape at this point. Just make sure that it's the shape that she wants. And really, I'm not doing really anything at all. It came out looking really great. Okay, I'm going to hit it a little bit around the edge. And I am using my medium. I want to take a moment to thank my model for filming for me today. Because as everyone knows, or maybe you don't know, I bought a new station and none of my equipment fits. So she is helping me out with filming me. So all right, I'm pushing back the cuticle, making sure I can create that little well. And of course, here's the sides. Got a little extra in there. I'm going to go ahead and get my cuticle nippers and just cut that. And I'm using my acrylic ones, not my cuticle, but my acrylic, I should say. And there should be no, discomfort or anything like that with these. They're really easy to do. They're really fast. I will say that I do like it. I do like the polygel system. I think so far, out of all of them, I like the fact that you get to skip a step. There's a step that's really not required. And I'm going to go ahead and hit it with my buffer. Even though I really don't have to, I'm going to do it anyway, because I just like to finish with that. But if you don't have to, you don't have to. I just want to make sure that all around the cuticle, I've created that seal. Oops. So you're not going to get any lifting. There we go. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit it with the top coat. And then we're going to cure this for 60 seconds. There you go. All right, into the light. All right, she's out of the lamp. Look at that. They came out beautifully. So now, as everyone knows, that I like to finish off with my C&D Solar Oil. A really good penetrating oil is very important, especially after a service. It helps condition the nail and keep them their best, and keep your work looking its best. And here we go. Beautiful, just beautiful. So my review is I really like the Gershion system. It's very easy to use. It takes away a step, which makes my process a lot quicker. I love the fact that the tubes are bigger, and so that is going to allow for many, many more sets. And it's wonderful as far as the casing, because you can put it back if you're doing it just for yourself or your family or your friends. But if you are in a nail salon, this is fantastic to put out in a little display. It's a great sell. So I do recommend that you give this a go. Don't forget to like, share, and to comment and subscribe. And I want to thank you all for visiting me. Don't forget to click on that bell to get new notifications of new videos. And remember, thank you for allowing me to share my passion for nails with you. Amorca signing out till next time.